सर गुड आफ्टरनून।
गुड आफ्टरनून आशीष सर।
सर बस 5-10 मिनट और वेट कर लेते हैं, थोड़ा
कोई
स्टूडेंट्स।
इशू नहीं, कोई इशू नहीं सर, कोई इशू नहीं है।
ओके सर, थैंक यू। या गुड आफ्टरनून। श्रुति आप कंटिन्यू स्टार्ट कीजिए।
Good afternoon, sir.
गुड आफ्टरनून।
So should I start?
या
Don't hold your happiness with you. Spend the afternoon with others to make them happy. A very good afternoon to all and all present in this session. I'm Shruti Mehra, student of C Society. Welcomes you all on the behalf of whole C Society family in this session. Today, we have this session on the topic Business Model Canvas. In this, we will get to know that how we can make profit with our projects or ideas. There is nothing more beautiful than someone who goes out of their way to make life beautiful for others. With these words, I would like to welcome our speaker for the session, Dr. Devesh Gupta sir. He is an associate professor in IIMT Group of Colleges, Meerut. Sir, please enlighten us with your words.
Thank you, Shruti. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. And I would like to give thanks to Ashish ji for inviting me for today's session. Basically, the topic of the session is business model canvas. And that is made of three words: business, model, and canvas. So first of all, I would like to discuss something about business. Then we will talk about business model, and then the utility given that business model canvas. We are going to discuss that, right? So I think the students are related to the computer science background, BCA, MCA, BTech, right? And when we are talking about business, that is something new for these students. When we are talking about business to the students of business management for BBA, for MBA, that is something common for them, that they are always studying about that how to do business, how to manage the business. But when the same thing is being done for the students of computer science background, then sometimes the first question comes into the mind that what we need to do by studying that why to do business, why to manage business, with, why to generate a business model, right? But the point is, students, that whenever you are studying anything, finally, when you will go for the employment or you are going to become an entrepreneur, that is everything related to business. Whether you will work as an employee or you will work as an entrepreneur, that everything will be related to business only. You will be doing business in your future, in your career, right? So now I'm going to share my screen.
प्रिंसिपल सर ने ज्वाइन कर लिया उन्होंने।
Ashish sir, my screen is visible.
एक मिनट में सर स्टार्ट हो गया। अब एक काम करते हैं, मैं सर से ही बोलता हूँ एक स्टॉप करने से पहले, है ना? सर को ही बोलता हूँ मैं, फिर तुम सर को कॉल कर लेना, ठीक है? ओके, मैं सर को कॉल करता हूँ।
Ji, whether my screen is visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, should I start?
Pardon us, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So actually, our principal sir also joined the session. So can I call him first?
Okay. Okay, Shruti.
So now I would like to request our principal sir, Professor Age Dwivedi, to enlighten us with his motivating words. So
thank you, Shruti. In fact, I saw the program schedule and I thought there is. I am also one of the speaker for today's session. Anyway, no issue.
Hello.
So first of all, I would like to welcome Dr. Gupta.
इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए बताया था, बस यही कॉल कर रहा था ये सर भी
who is today's resource person. So welcome, Dr. Gupta. today is in fact your day, and because I'm traveling, so I was also thinking to skip, but once I saw the program schedule, so just for 5 minutes, I'm just giving my salient points related to the business model canvas. So as the students and the organizing members are from computer science background, and they are very much aware with the canvas. Canvas, computer graphics student much aware. So these two words are very much familiar for computer science students. However, they are a little bit having familiarity related to the business. So here I am just telling that tripod things are needed. That means interdisciplinary things are needed. Business cannot do anything without technology, and technology cannot do anything without the understanding of surroundings, environment, and business. Am I right? So as we say in form of chemistry, once the triplet bond are the most cohesive bonds of this universe. Similarly, business model canvas is very, very much essential component to drive the business. All right. So you have a good canvas. Canvas is an empty area which can be modeled by anybody. You can give the shape, whatever you want. And business is having some ingredients. And in this technology era, that is one of the most fundamental pillar of any business. So if I talk about the customer segment, first of all, you have to identify, if you are trying to model any business, you have to identify the customer segment. Then you have to understand the value proposition of it. All right. What kind of value your business is going to create, because without having a commercial viability, you are not going to succeed in any kind of business. Then another one is related to the channel partners, because if you are doing a business in global phenomena, you must have a various channel partners who can accelerate, who can drive your business, effectively. Then customer relationship. This is one of the fundamental part, that customer relationship. If you are having a good rapport amongst customers, business will certainly add a value multifold. People are telling कि पैसा कमाना है तो business करिए. ये usual slogan people are saying, because salaried employee cannot generate wealth. He or she can live, he or she can have a good life, systematic lifestyle, but salaried employee may not have a wealth. All right. So if you want to create a wealth, if you want to generate a wealth by multifold, you have to do business. And once you are doing business, you must have a good customer relationship, because they are adding a multifold money value to your business. Another important revenue stream. You are doing one business, however, you could see by the over the period of time, you can create a multiple stream of revenue which is associated with your business model. So that is also one of the important ingredient. And you have to see the key activities. What kind of activities? Because these activities need a multifold change. ऐसा नहीं है आज एक बार नोट्स बन गया तो वो 10 साल तक चलेगा. Time is not like that. Technology is changing very rapidly. You have to change your plan very rapidly as per the need of the time. GST अभी कुछ साल पहले तक नहीं था. Now this become the essential component of each and every business. And those who have implemented, they are gaining early movers advantage. जब लोग सोच भी नहीं रहे हैं, like if I talk about the technology, electric vehicles, अभी लोग सोच भी नहीं रहे, mechanical vehicles, electric vehicles, upcoming 10 years, 20 years are having that kind of domain. So you have to create a better canvas using better model, and you can add business value to it. And for that, you have to identify your key activities, key resources, and key partnership, because these things will certainly add value to your business, and ultimately cost structure, because many competitors you have. If you are creating a one product, for that many competitors are there. So how you have to define a precise cost structure, that is very, very essential. So from my side, because I'm traveling, I cannot take a presentation kind of things. In nutshell, I have elaborated how to do a better canvassing of your business model. Thank you one and all, and thanks to Ashish Bishnoi ji, thanks to Mr. R.P. Pandey ji and Dr. Kumar, those who are working. Thanks one and all, and thanks to Shruti Mehra also, who is today's program anchor. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your precious time and words. Thank you for motivating us. Now I will request Devesh sir to continue his topic.
So first I would like to thank Professor Rakesh Trivedi ji. Actually, he made my work easy. What the key points are, the key summary is that is already being given by Trivedi sir. So now I'm going to give my presentation in detail, right? I hope the PPT is visible, Ashish sir, and I'm properly
all
audible.
the best, Dr. Gupta.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So,
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, sir. So, first of all, we should start with the topic business model, right? So, as we have already discussed that what the meaning of business, right? Everything what we are doing for our livelihood, for our career, that is business, right? We are going to do a business, and what the main purpose of doing a business is to generate profits. Whenever we are doing any business activity, the major result what we want, that is profit. So what we can say, the term business model, it refers to a company's plan for making a profit. We cannot generate profit easily from the business. For that purpose, we need proper planning, proper strategies. And if our plannings are good, we are doing according to our plan, and our plans are successful, then we can manage profits from our business. Otherwise, these business activities can result in losses also, right? So, how to prepare the plan, how to make the strategies? We need to identify certain things. What identification we must have, that what products we are going to sell, or what services we are going to provide, what is our target market, and what would be our cost, our anticipated expenses. By taking all these factors in mind, what we can do, we can create a business model, we can plan a business model that can result in profits, right? So why these business models are important? Why it is important to write down a business model? Uh, Suppose you are going to start a new business. You people can become entrepreneur, and our Prime Minister is also focusing on Make on India, right? And he wants that our youth should become an entrepreneur. Rather than getting the employment, we should generate employment. So these business models are important not only for the new businesses, they are also important for the established businesses. We need to identify the areas where we can establish a new business. We need to note down, we need to pen down those business models, that what would be the model of our business, right? For example, suppose if you are going to take a loan from the bank, suppose you are going to start a business and you are thinking that I am going to take a loan from the bank, definitely the bank will ask for the project report, that what project report you are having. And what is that project report actually? That project report is a business model, that what you are going to do, what you are thinking to do, what will be your idea, right? How you will do your business, what activities you will do, how you are going to control your those activities so that your business will convert into a profitable business, right? For example, in our session, we will also going to take some practical examples. Even yesterday evening, I was discussing with one of my colleagues we were reading a news, and the news was that from tomorrow onwards, without wearing mask, there would be a challan of rupees 1000 rupees first time, and if anyone found doing this again for the second time, the cost of that challan would be 10,000 rupees. Now, because you people are from the computer background, you are all doing BCA, MC, and all these, right? So we were discussing, because we are from the business management side. So how it would be possible for the traffic police that they are going to identify कि अगर किसी एक person ने, suppose the person is not wearing the mask, so already he is being fined. Whether it is possible that he is taking a diary and maintaining all these things, then again checking is no. So what we can do, that we can develop an application for that, a mobile application for that, right? That whenever anyone is being there, right, his or her Aadhaar card number that can be taken, that can be feed into that application. And if second time, if the person is doing it the second time, that application will find out that he is already being fined, so that the fine can be imposed to rupees 10,000. So basically, what is that? It is a new business idea. These are small business ideas, right? And when you are preparing a proper business model for that, that how you are going to develop that app, how you are going to sell it, you need to approach to the government, right? So even in that case, you can attract investment in your business models also, because definitely the capital will be required to start the business. And whenever you are having a business model, you need investment for that, right? So how to attract that? When your business model is perfect, it is a profitable business model, expected profitable business model, then you can attract investment, because you need to recruit talent also, you need to motivate the management and staff also, and for everything the profit is required, right? And now in today's era, it is not very difficult to attract investment. If you are having a proper business model, then it is not very difficult to attract investment. Bank loans to hai, you can easily get bank loans. But now we are having one term, venture capitalists also. The people are ready to invest in your projects. If you have prepared a good business model, you are confident on that, you can present it that it will be convertible into a proper business, profitable business. The venture capitalists are ready, they are going to invest in your business. And you can take an example when Paytm was started, the leading industrialist of the country, Mr. Ratan Tata, he invested into that business. Personally, he invested, not from the name of Tata. He invested as Mr. Ratan Tata into that business. He invested his own personal money into that business, right? So if a proper business model is being there, you can easily get that, right? You can attract investment. Now, the next question is that whether it is required only for the new businesses to get a business model? No. The answer is no, because established businesses, they must regularly update their business plans. Otherwise, they will fail to anticipate trends and challenges ahead. And here we can take the example of Nokia. Everyone knows that at one point of time, Nokia was the biggest brand in the mobile, right? Each and every person were using Nokia mobile phones. But when the time of smartphone came, they were not basically they have not developed their business model in such way. They have not updated their business plan. They have not updated the new technology, right? And what happened? The company failed, right? So at any point of time, whenever you are doing an established business, even at that time also, it is important to regularly update your business plans. The new technologies are there, new styles of business plans are there, right? So we need to update ourselves so that we can work according to the trends and challenges. Otherwise, what will happen? The competitors will overcome you, right? So the established businesses are also required to evaluate themselves so that they can update. So now the next point is how to understand a business plan, how to understand a business model, right? So first point, what we can say that it is a high level plan. It is not a low level plan, right? whenever you are talking about business models, they are the high level plans, because you are not going to prepare that plan for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, right? That plan will be prepared for a long future, and that will impact on everything, whatever investment you will do, whatever activities you will do, your time. So for according to all these things, you need to create a high level plan. There should be no difficulties to adopt that plan, to work out with that plan, right? Now another term is value proposition. What is that value proposition? Already the Trivedi sir explained this, that whatever value we are giving to our clients, whatever value we are giving to our customers, uh, as we all know that in nowadays the customer is the king, right? We need to provide our services, we need to sell our product according to the demand of the customer. That is the third point, desirable to customers or clients. That whatever business model we are going to prepare, whatever products, whatever services we are going to provide, whether they are desirable to customers or not, the client actually needs it or not, right? And if the client is already using that similar type of product, then how we are different from our competitors, right? Because nowadays everything is being changed. Every day the type of business, the style of business, that is going to be changed. Here we can take one example, that before 1 year, when the COVID pandemic that was started, usually when you were having any problem in your desktop, in your laptop, what you people were doing? You people were going to that person, to that dealer from whom you have purchased your desktop or your laptop, and he is going to fix that problem. But now from last 6 months, from last 7 months, 8 months, new companies are being there, and they are providing doorstep solutions for all these things. So basically what they are doing, they are working with a new business plan, they are working with a new business model, that the people are working with their laptops, definitely the problems will come, and the people are not having the time to go with the dealer, and even in the lockdown time it is not possible to go with the dealer. So now the companies are providing doorstep solution for that, right? You can see there is an ad for urban.com. They are fixing air conditioner problems. Even you can get your AC serviced from those people. They will come to your home, and without any difficulty they will come, they will do all the problems related to your AC, and even they are doing giving uh, television ads for that, right? So what customer is requiring, according to that we need to understand the business model, we need to plan our business model. Then definitely what, when you are going to implement, we are going to write down a business model, what important points will be there? Number one, the startup cost. Whenever you are going to do we are going to start a business, the first thing will be what startup costs will be there, what kind of assets you will be requiring, what kind of investment you will be requiring, right? So that all you need to plan. Then secondly, what will be your marketing strategy? How you are going to give the information to your customer that what services you are providing, what products you are selling. Then third, to work out on the opportunities. Now the very important question comes, from where the working model will be there, because whatever businesses are there, they all are traditional businesses, already they are set up. So we need to find out the new opportunities, and accordingly we need to plan a business model. You can take an example of Byju's here. In the education industry of India, now Byju's is a big name. And why Byju's is a big name? Because they got this opportunity before the time, that now the online studies will be there. The students are going to study online. And when any such type of time will come, when it is not possible for the students to go out, then how they are going to study, right? So they basically they estimated this opportunity, they forecasted this opportunity, and they started their business on that point, and now it is a big name. Here again, the point is that partnership with other established companies also, that what we can do, it is not mandatory that we are just doing the business on our according to our own way. What we can do, we can have a partnership with other established companies also, right? Again, why it is required? It can be a part of our marketing strategy. We can adopt new opportunities for that, like partnership with other established companies. अभी हमने बायजूस का एग्जांपल लिया. I am going to continue that example. Recently, Byju's is having a tie-up with Akash. I think everybody knows Akash, the leading institute of medical coaching, engineering coaching, right? And now Byju's is having a stake in Akash because the Byju's is forecasting the opportunities that not only online business, offline business in education industry is also very important. And actually, they both are finding the opportunities. Not only Byju's, Akash is also finding out the opportunities that Akash will use the online platform of Byju's and Byju's will use the offline platform of Akash. Akash is having centers. So rather than investing and opening its own centers, Byju's has having a partnership with Akash. So while preparing a business model, all such factors that should be discussed. What other factors can be? To fulfill client needs. When you are preparing a business model, it is also important to work out that whether we are able to fulfill the client needs, what is the requirement of client, and whether we are able to fulfill them or not. Accordingly, we are going to plan our business model. Then revision of business model also can be there, right? That once we have noted down the business model, that is version 1.0, and again we are going to revise it. There can be different versions of our business model. Regular update is required, as we already discussed, that the businesses which are already established, they can revise their business models time to time, right? And to reflect changing business environment, why it is required to revise the business models? To reflect changing business environment and market demand, because market demands are going to be changed, and accordingly you need to prepare your business model. So when you are planning for the business model, what factors you need to work out? Possible investment. Here I am not taking the point that required investment, possible investment. While writing down the business model, we need to work out that what is the possible investment, that what amount of investment we can do or what amount of investment we can get, either by way of equity or by way of taking a loan. What we mean by the term equity here, that what amount we can invest from our own pocket. You are writing down the business model, but it is important to work out that what amount you can invest from your own side. Secondly, on the basis of your worth, what amount of loan can be given by the bank? But suppose the possible investment is only 25 lakh, 50 lakh, and you are making a business model of an investment of 1 crore or 2 crore. So it will not work, right? So what you need to do, you need to work out for the possible investment also. Then secondly, how it makes money, how your business will make money, what services you will provide, what will be the value of those services. So how you are going to make money. Then third, company's prospects, means what is the growth aspect of the company. Today you are providing some services. Now in the future, what growth will be there in your company, what growth will be there in your services, what growth will be there in your products, right? So that all have to be noted down. And when you will show all these factors to the investor, an investor who is already investing in the projects, he is having a better sense of the financial data. You will give all the financial data to that investor, that I will do this investment, I will make such amount of money, and that is my company's prospect in 5 years, after 3 years, after 5 years, after 10 years. That will be the position of my company, right? We are not only to make money, we should also make wealth. Business is expected not only to make money, to earn profits. Business is expected to earn wealth also, that in future what will be the total valuation of your business, and the investor will be having a better sense of the financial data. The investor is going to analyze all the data, and then after he is going to invest in your company, right? So that is all about the business models, that why we require a business model, what we mean actually by a business model, what are the factors which should be taken at the time of discussing a business model. Now, what types of business models can be there? Although there are several business models, but here I am just going to discuss some of them, right? What types of business models are there, and according on the basis of these given business models, how we can plan for our business model, right? So first one is direct sales. And in the case of direct sales means that the company is directly selling the product to the customer rather than taking any channel, wholesaler, retailer. The company is directly selling to the product to the customer, and whatever benefit is being taken by the company is distributing that profit between the customers also. And the example can be Amway. I hope सबने नाम सुना होगा Amway का, right? What is Amway? Amway is directly selling the product to the customers. It is also called as MLM, multi-level marketing, right? So in that multi-level marketing, network marketing, what the companies are doing, they are directly selling the product to the customer, right? And whatever benefit they are generating, because in between there are no wholesalers, no retailers, so whatever profit is being saved, that profit is being given to the customers also, right? So that can be one type of business model. Secondly, franchising. You can take a franchisee of an established company. So many companies, they are working on the franchisee model, right? Very common examples, they are McDonald's, Pizza, KFC. They all are working on the franchisee model. Suppose if you are going to start your own business, you are writing down that I am going to do a business. So that can be one example for you, that can be one option for you, that you can take a franchisee of any business, right? And franchising is a particular business model where basically you are taking the advantage of the expertise of the parent company. The parent company is expert in any particular work, any particular task, any product. And now you are going to take the advantage of the expertise of that parent company, right? The parent company will guide you. The parent company will give you the brief about the customers, about the product, and how to sell the product, how to reach to the customers, how to advertise, everything. That everything will be advised by the parent company, and you are just taking the advantage of that. That is called as franchising. Then third is advertising based models. That is a very new model, right? Advertising based models. And I'm going to give a very practical example here. I hope everyone heard about the portals. Suppose you are the student of graduation and you are thinking to do your post graduation, you are working out for the colleges, right? So there are certain portals through which you can get the information, like collegedunia.com, shiksha.com, right? These are certain portals. Basically, what these portals are doing, these portals are providing the information of certain colleges to the students, right? The student can get information about the particular college. So basically, these portals are doing the advertisement of those colleges, right? And there is a hidden business model behind that. They are not doing the social services only. There is a hidden business model behind that. How they are getting revenue, that is another part. We cannot discuss at that point of, right? But this is a business model which is called as advertising based model. We are doing advertisement of anyone and we are getting revenue for the same, right? Next one is brick and mortar stores. The companies which are having physical stores, any one physical store even, right? And the very best example can be your local grocery store, जहाँ से आप डेली की रिक्वायरमेंट, डेली की नीड्स का प्रोडक्ट परचेज करते हैं, right? They are called as brick and mortar stores. So now what my point is that when you are going to start your own business, you are thinking to develop a business model, right? Then what kind of business models you can have? You are having the example of brick and mortar stores. आप अपनी shop खोलें and you can directly deal to the customers. You can have a partnership with the direct sale companies. You can take franchisees, and you can work out for the advertising based models also, right? So these are the types of business models, right? And each and every such type of business model is unique, right? Each and every one is having its own benefits, own working conditions, right? And I have identified an example of razor blade model, right? And everyone had heard about the company Gillette. Gillette is manufacturing the razor as well as the razor blade. When you are going to purchase its razor, suppose you are going to purchase its Mac 3 razor, right? The cost of that razor is really very low. The cost of the razor is not very high. But you are going to purchase the razor blade again and again, and the cost of razor blade, that is good. That is not very low, right? So basically that is again a type of model where we are supplying a dependent good at a considerably higher price. The basic good, the razor, that is being supplied at a very normal price, right? But the razor blade, by you will purchase one razor for the year and you will purchase hundreds of razor blades in a year, right? So basically what the model is, that we are going to supply a dependent good at a considerably higher price. We are supplying razor at a nominal price, but we are supplying razor blade at a higher price, somehow higher price, right? Because that will be a requirement. If you are having that razor, the razor blade will be a requirement. So these are certain models on which we can work, right? So till now we have discussed about what is business, what is a business model, how we can define a business model, what are the requirements of a business model, right? And now the question is that when practically we are going to start a business, we need to take a paper and pen and we need to write down all the requirements, whatever we have discussed up to this slide. We need to note it down. But sometimes we will miss something, sometimes we will miss something. So for that purpose, a particular template, a business model canvas template, that is being given, right? So what is this BMC template, business model canvas template? It is basically a tool so that you can note down, you can prepare your own business model, right? So what we can say that it is a well-known and very much used business modeling system all over the world. It was developed by Alexander Oswalder, and he has given that model in his book Business Model Generation, right? So basically what we are doing, we are having a canvas. On that canvas there are certain points given, and on the basis of those points we are designing our own business model, right? So it is called as business model canvas template. It is very user friendly, anyone can use it. As an individual, me, you, anyone can use it, right? If we want to become an entrepreneur, what we can do, we can take that canvas, whatever points are being given, we need to think over them, we need to note it down, and accordingly we can plan for the business, right? And it dispenses pages and pages of explanations. A need not to require a detailed project report, that we are going to prepare a project report of 10 sheets, 20 sheets. No, basically what we are doing, on a just single canvas, on a just simple paper sheet, we are just noting down all our requirements, all our resources, all our activities, right? So at one single page we are going to define our business model, right? Attention of interested parties on a single canvas, right? So here what you can see, that there are certain points given, that is your business model canvas, right? Need not to read the inner points. What the outer points are there, you can read: key partners, key activities, key resources, value propositions, then customer relationships, channels, customer segments, cost structure, and revenue streams. So these are the 9 headings of this business model canvas. And on the top, designed by, you will note down the startup name. What is the name of your startup? then who is going to design it, the date, and the version. I discussed about it, the version, right? That not only one version is enough. You need to revise it again and again. So there will be version 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, such kind of versions can be there. But what we need to do, that we need to note down these 9 points on a single sheet, and through that we can prepare our own business model, right? So what is basically this canvas is, it is basically a strategic management tool so that we can easily define and communicate a business idea or a concept, right? Whether we are having any kind of business idea, we are having any business concept, and we are going to define that business concept by the help of this business model canvas, right? It is basically a one-page document, right? And it is working on all the fundamental elements of a business or product. And we are basically giving a structure to our idea. Whatever idea we are having, we are giving a structure to our idea, right? So how it is being divided? You can see on the right hand side, we are focusing on the customers. See, customer relationship, customer segment, right? The channels through which we will be reaching to our customers. So that will be called as the external side of the canvas, right? And if we check in the left hand side, so we are having our key partners, our key activities, our key resources, right? Our value propositions. So it is called as the left side or the internal side of the canvas. On the left side, we are working on the internal part of the business. On the right hand side, we are using the external part of the business, that how we are dealing our customers, our external parties, right? So that is called as a business canvas. And now we are going to detail all the 9 points of this canvas. So the first one is value propositions. We will start with value propositions. Now, what is value proposition? I have noted down 2 questions. What value do I deliver to my consumer? And what is the difference of my product and the product of my customer? Why consumer will attract to me? Why the consumer is going to purchase my product? When I am going to define that what is the difference between my product and the product of my competitor. So basically it is called as the fundamental concept, right? That what value is being exchanged from a customer for money. What customer wants? Customer wants value for money, right? So what questions can be there? That what problem I am solving? What problem my customer is having? My customer was having a problem that my customer cannot go outside during the lockdown time to fix any his equipment problems. And what solution I am giving? That I am giving him doorstep solutions, that my person will come, my person will take care about all the things related to the corona pandemic, right? All the safety measures will be there, and my person will fix all your problems, right? And I will be giving online solution also. If the problem can be fixed in online mode, I am going to provide the online solution also. So by this way, I am different from my competitor. So that is called as value proposition, that what value I am providing to my customer. Got it? Then next one is customer segments. The second point is what are our customer segments, to whom we are selling, who is my primary customer, and what kind of customer can I generate value for. Suppose I am going to open a showroom for car. I am going to open a showroom of four-wheeler, right? Who will be my primary customer? The person who is trying to purchase a scooter or a bike. Whether that person will be my primary customer, right? The person who is having an investment capacity of 2 lakh or 3 lakh, whether that will be my primary customer. So to whom I am going to sell, what is my product, and accordingly I need to identify who will be my customer, right? So to whom I am giving a solution, who are the people that will value my value proposition. As we discussed the value proposition, so who are the people those who are giving value to my value proposition, जिन्हें वैसी सर्विस चाहिए, when services will be good, definitely they need to pay more for that, right? So those who are giving to value my value proposition, are they doing any other business? My customers are doing any other business? And if they are doing any other business, what type, what characteristic of business they are doing, right? And how I can help him in their primary business as well as in the other business, so that I will give them value proposition, right? Does my value proposition appeal to men, to women, whether my product is related to the men's or to women, right? So to whom we are selling to, accordingly, I need to plan my business, right? Whether I am going to provide the solution to the adults or I am going to give the solution to the young children, right? So accordingly, I need to note down that who are my customers, to whom I am going to sell, and accordingly, I need to prepare my strategy. So that is the second point, my customer segment, segmentation of customer. Then third and very important thing, that is customer relationship. How I am maintaining my customer relationship, right? I am giving value proposition. I have identified my customers. Now, how I am maintaining my relationship? How I am bringing together all my services, communication, and after sales strategies, right? Whether I am able to retain my audience or not. But if at a very first time I am providing them better solution with better services, with better communication, then they will revert back. Otherwise, what will happen? They are going to migrate. They are going to migrate with my competitors, right? So I need to maintain a proper customer relationship. And what kind of customer relationship, how we can maintain the customer relationship? There can be certain examples in person, that whether I am maintaining a one-to-one customer relationship, right? I am making a phone call, my team is making a phone call to each and every customer, right? Time to time. Whether I am maintaining an online customer relationship, I am organizing certain events, and in that events I am going to maintain good relationships with my customer, right? Okay, one thing that I am giving value proposition, I am giving better services, I am giving those services at a nominal cost, but ultimately what is being there, that whether I am able to maintain those relationships or not. So that should also be noted down in this head, that is called as customer relationships. Now the next point will be the channels. Now what are channels? Channels are basically defined as the avenues through which I am contacting to my customers, right? What is my sales channel? Whether I am going through wholesaler, then retailer, then customer, right? How I am going to distribute my product? What will be my communication way and marketing way, right? They are called as channels. So what basically when we are defining these channels, then what questions should be there? That some questions can be there, like that where are our customers located? वो रहते कहाँ पर हैं? Whether they use social media or not, right? Whether if they are doing such type of work, that is work from home. So how I am going to give my product to those customers, and what kind of channels we can use? Nowadays we can use social media channels. आप देख सकते हैं आजकल WhatsApp पर बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट सेल करने के लिए आने लगे हैं. The people are using WhatsApp as a selling channel, right? Then sometimes through electronic mail, there are email marketing, networking, as we discussed that multi-level marketing, network marketing, right? Then we are having direct sales promotions. We are having sales promotion on the basis of commissions. So there can be certain channels. So in this head, what I need to write down, that what will be my channels of distribution of my products or services, right? Then the next point will be key activities. Now the initial points, they were related to the customers. Now what we are actually going to do, what are our key activities, what will be our actions, what kind of technologies we are going to use, which production line, there are different type of production lines, right? Which production line we are going to use, how our logistic and distribution department will work, right? So there will be certain questions that, for example, that what resources we will be using, right? Whether we are distributing the product, like for example, right now you can see that there are so many delivery food vans at each and every area. You can get some food delivery vans. So how your activities will be there, how your distribution will be there, what will be your technical developments, what new production methods you are going to use, right? So that when you will be doing all these things, you will be thinking all these things, only then you can give value proposition to your customer. Our first point, right? Now the next point, and the very important point, is our key resources. That is a big point to discuss, that whenever you are defining your business model, what key resources will be required. They can be divided into different type of assets, that there will be certain fixed assets, or you can say fundamental assets will be required, like your office space, computers, a building, right? If you are doing the work of manufacturing, then machinery, there nowadays hardware, softwares, whatever. So what fixed assets you will be requiring, what current assets you will be requiring, right? How much amount of cash? Cash is also a key resource. If we talk about working capital for the business, cash is also a key resource. So what amount of cash will be required to work out our business, right? So that will be the point of key resources. That what key resources, we need to note down all the key resources. Clear? Then next, who will be our key partners? Not only the customers. Customer is another thing. Customer relationship, that is another thing. Now, who will be our key partners which will be helpful in our activities, right? Our suppliers, whether they are supplying the raw material on time. Then what are the service providers, telecom service providers, other service providers, right? Accounting service providers, outsourced companies, if we are giving some work on the basis of outsourcing, right? So with which companies, we suppose we have given our marketing part to any company who is doing digital marketing, we have outsourced that work. So which are our outsource partners? So we need to note it down that these will be our key partners. The next is your cost structure. Whatever you are doing, you are noting down in your business model. Now, finally, what you need to do, you need to define the cost structure. Look, whenever we are going to start any business, the first question comes that what amount of capital will be required. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन क्या है हमारा? कैपिटलाइजेशन. That what amount of capital will be required, how much fixed cost will be there, which will definitely will be there, whether you are producing 1 unit, 2 unit, 5 units, or 1000 units. What fluctuation costs are there, that the cost which will be fluctuated according to your activities. You need to define your cost. What are your direct costs which are directly associated with your business, like your raw material, cost of labor, right? And another thing, what are the indirect costs associated with your business? Clear? So you need to prepare a cost structure, that initially when we are going to start our business, then what cost will be required, what assets we need to purchase, what amount of material will be there, right? What equipment should be there. Then we need to work out for the working capital cost also, that when we are doing business, then on monthly basis, what expenses will be required, whether we need to pay some amount of rent, what will be the salaries, what will be other expenses. So that cost structure has to be defined. And then the last and the final point, that is called as revenue streams. Now, what will be the revenues? Revenue stream means from where you are getting money, how much money you can make, estimation of your sales. You need to prepare a sales estimation, that how much money you can make, because how much money you can make, accordingly you need to associate the cost, right? That is basically vice versa. How much cost you are going to put, accordingly the revenue will be there. And how much revenue you want to generate, accordingly you need to put the cost. So you need to identify your revenue streams also, that how much revenue will be there and what are your revenue streams. But suppose you are going to open a showroom, जैसे कि अभी हमने example लिया था, you are going to open a 4-wheeler showroom. So one revenue stream will be that you are going to sell the cars. You are getting certain revenue profits. Second, you are going to have the service of those cars. The new cars will be sold out, and the previous cars which you have sold out in the earlier years, they will come for the servicing, and that will be your additional revenue stream, right? So what are your revenue streams? Even you are having a tie-up with the insurance company. Whatever cars you have sold out, they will come back to you for the insurance, and you are having a tie-up with the insurance company. You are getting commission for that, right? So you need to identify that what are your revenue streams, right? How you are receiving the revenue by the sale of product, by servicing, whether your revenue streams are fixed or again your revenue streams are fluctuating. On the basis of that, you are going to decide that how much amount you are going to invest into your business. So these are the 9 factors which should be there in a business model canvas. And now I am going to take the example of 2 business models. For an example, we have taken 2 business model canvas, and one is Skype. Everyone know about Skype, right? So these 7 points are being there. You can see key partners, key activities, key resources, and value proposition. The left hand side, the internal side, and customer relationships, channels, and customer segments. That is the right hand side, the customer side, the external side, right? And then cost structure and revenue streams. So now we should identify that what value proposition. We have started with the value proposition. So what value proposition we are going to provide through Skype? That is a business model, right? So we are providing free internet and video calling. That is one of our value proposition we are giving to the customer. We are providing cheap calls to phones. We are giving that advantage in comparison with our competitors, right? Then customer relationship, how we are maintaining the customer relationship? Self-service. We are directly contacting to each and every customer. What are our customer segments? There are certain free users and some users who want to call on phones, but they want cheap calls to phones, right? Which channel we are going to use? We are having a website that is called as skype.com. Now, what will be our key partners? The payment providers through which we are going to transfer the payments, and the telecom partners through which our calls are being going on. What will be our key activities? How we are going to develop that business? Software development. We need to develop a software through which we are going to do this, right? And what are our key resources? Look, very interesting point is there. Software, that is a key resource, and the software developers. So not only the machine, men, the software developer, the HR part, that is also a key resource, right? Then what will be the cost structure? What cost will be associated? The software development cost will be associated. And how we are getting the revenue? See, we are getting the revenue free. There are certain free users who are using free internet and video calling. So we are not getting any kind of revenue. But the users who want to call phones, they want cheap call to phones. We can have prepaid calls, and we can have some hardware sales also. Some devices can be there through which we can use Skype, right? We can sell those devices to the customers. So that is one business model. And the another one is Tesla, the company of Elon Musk, right? A very reputed businessman, very known businessman all over the world. So what is the business model canvas of Tesla? See, Tesla is manufacturing what? Tesla is manufacturing electric cars, right? So what value proposition Tesla is giving? Long range recharging flexibility. Once you have recharged your car, it will be a long range recharging flexibility. High performance and good modern designs. Energy efficiency, energy saving. Autonomous driving capabilities, right? Automatic cars will be there, no drivers required, and you can charge anywhere. So these are our value propositions we are providing to our customers, which our competitors are not providing. Then how we are maintaining relationship with our customers? We are having customer service centers, right? We are having customer intimacy. We are having one-to-one calls. We are having online scheduling with our customers, right? Then customer relationship management. We are having a CRM through which we are always be in touch with our customers, and personal assistants. Then what customer segments we are having? High net worth individuals. We are manufacturing in Tesla very costly cars. So the individuals who are having high net worth, right? Then green buyers. Who are the green buyers? Those who do not want pollution, who want pollution free area. So these green buyers, they will use these cars. Commercial fleet buyers, the corporates, they can purchase. Sports car enthusiasts, very important term. Elon Musk fans. I am a fan of Elon Musk and I will purchase Tesla car, right? So that can be a customer segment. Then corporate executives who are having good salaries, mid-tier management, right? These are our customer segment. Then we have defined channels. How we are going to sell? Through retail stores. We are having the booking through websites. We are having some type of conference and personal and events also, and through media, right? So these are our channels to sell. Now, who are our key partners? The original equipment manufacturer alliances, those who are directly manufacturing the body. The government will be the key partner. The government is also giving certain facilities and all. Leasing companies to whom we are giving certain type of contracts. Panasonic, the battery manufacturer. Then insurance companies, right? And charging point partners. They are also the key partners who are providing charging, because we have taken a value proposition, charge anywhere. So the charging point partners are also they will also be the key partners. Then what key activities we will be doing in our company? We are having research and development. We are creating new designs all the time. We are working on electric power technologies, right? And we are creating a charging point infrastructure, right? So that will be our key activities. And for that, for these key activities, what resources we require? We need electric vehicle technology. We need battery producer. We need skilled employees who are having knowledge. We need engineering and designing employees. And definitely one of the key resources, Elon Musk, the brand ambassador of the company, right? Clear? Then what will be the cost structure? हमारा खर्चा कहाँ कहाँ आएगा? We are going to manufacture the infrastructure. Our expenses will be on general administration, sales, our research and development cost, employees, how we are going to distribute the product, and the cost of raw materials, right? Then how we are getting the revenues? What are our revenue streams? Whether we are having a single revenue stream or different revenue streams. Number one, sale. We are going to sell the cars. Second, leasing. We are giving cars on lease to the corporate clients. Then energy generation. Through that, we are also getting the revenue, and we are also providing the services, right? So these all will be our revenue streams through which we are getting the revenue. So by these 9 points, what we can do, we can create a business model so that we can generate our business model into we can convert our business model into a profitable business, right? So that is all from my side. And if anyone wants to ask anything, Ashish ji.
Thank you, sir. Now we are open for the query session. If anyone has any query, any question, they can ask to the sir directly. I will call their name and they can ask their question. Also, I have shared the link for the e-certificates in the chat box. You can fill the form and you can have your certification. Anyone who has query may raise their hands. Anyone?
No questions at all.
I think no one wants to ask something. Is there anyone who can ask?
Any question from the faculty side or from the student side?
So we have a feedback that the session was very much nice and informative session.
Thank you.
Anyone wants to ask something? I think they have got your point, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much for such an informative session.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Ashish ji, and all the respective faculty members of TMU.
Thank you, sir, for giving your precious time to us. Thank you, really, thank you. Thankful to your time and to you.
Welcome, Shruti.
So everyone can leave the meeting after filling the form for the e-certificate. Thank you.
Thank you, Shruti. Now you can leave the meeting. After generate the certificates, all participants can leave. Thank you. Ajay sir, please end the meeting.